Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to shoot another pattern test with my Stoeger M3020. I'm going to be shooting Salt Creek Custom Ammunition's straight number 9's TSS load. First up, I'm going to shoot it at 25 yards and then I'll back it up to 40. And then after I get this new gun sighted in, I'm going to see if I can't get an old gun to work with this TSS as well. I have my father-in-law's first ever firearm. He got it when he was 8 years old. It's a Stevens Revelation single action 20 gauge. I took it out rabbit and squirrel hunting earlier this year and had a great time with it. I put a handful of shells through it and I asked the folks over at Salt Creek to send me a load that would be safe to shoot in it this turkey season. They sent a 3-inch number 9 TSS shell. It has an 1 5/8 ounce going about 1100 feet per second. The old Stevens has a 3-inch chamber, so today I'm going to see if it'll give me a huntable pattern at 40 yards. But first we're going to make sure this Stoeger is good to go at 25 and 40. I'll be shooting my Meadow Creek mounts with a Hawk reflex sight on here. This is the first year I've used a vent rib sighting apparatus. So far I really like it. Alright, this is 25 yards with the Stoeger M3020. Well, that's quite the pattern down there. It looks like I pulled it a little bit to the left. I made an adjustment after my last pattern test video, but we still got plenty in the vitals on that bird. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, set up the 40-yard target, and see what that pattern looks like. All right, here's 40 yards with the Stevens Revelation. Let's see if I can get a few pellets on this target. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't just a little nervous. Well, I've got pellets on that bird down there. That's pretty neat. Once again, this is a 3-inch 20 gauge shell with an 1 5/8 ounce of number 9 TSS. It's going about 1100 feet per second, which is pretty standard for most 20 gauge TSS loads out there. At 25 and 40 yards, the Stoeger threw some really nice patterns. Now with the Stevens Revelation, I think 40 yards is going to just about be the limit. That's really no surprise as it's an old gun with a fixed full choke. I'm not going to put a ton of these rounds through this gun, but I would like to try to take a turkey with it this spring and add one more memory to a cool old gun. At 25 yards, I did pull that shot just a little bit to the left. You can see there's a really tight pattern right here with super high density, and that's what you're going to get out of a lot of these TSS loads at close ranges. There's still a pretty decent spread here at 25 yards as there's pellets over the majority of this page, even considering that some of my pellets on that pattern are going to be off page. Now at 40 yards, my pattern was a lot better centered up, if maybe just a little bit low. There's plenty of pellets in the vitals of this turkey, and I'm going to include the 10-inch circle pellet count right up here in the video. I think that 10-inch circle pellet count is a good litmus test for pattern density. Just for frame of reference, I like to keep my 10-inch pellet count at 100 pellets within that 10-inch circle. That means that whatever distance I lose 100 pellets in that circle is the max distance I'm going to be able to turkey hunt with that load. That gives me about 1 pellet per square inch, and it's going to be really hard for a turkey to sneak his way through that without a vital hit. Now that old Stevens threw a pretty good pattern at 40 yards, but I am going to have to put the 10-inch circle on here and count up all these pellets to make sure I keep 100. Just from looking at it, I think I have more than 100 pellets here at 40 yards, but before I take this into the turkey woods, I want to make sure. Right off the bat, I do have 3 pellets right here in the brain pan and another 5 pellets that would have broken his spine. I hope you guys enjoy these short pattern tests. I think it's helpful to get this information out there, and I'd like to showcase a brand that has supported this channel a lot in the last 2 years. A big thank you to Salt Creek Custom Ammunition for another great turkey load. As always, guys, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and God bless.